Hi Leo, welcome back. This is your mid-March check-in and let's go ahead and get started. So Leo, the energy that came out while I was shuffling for you is that of balance and opposition, okay? And so I feel like during this time frame you may have some mirroring effect going on between you and the people or situations you find yourself in. This can be a little bit of a confrontational energy if you allow it to be, but it's mostly about interactions and how we manifest what you make conscious from your subconscious and learning how to pay attention more to that. You may be tested a little bit during this time and in the energy, but it's so that you can become a little bit more disciplined, okay, in what you allow to affect you and what you allow to bother you. So it's an interesting vibe, right? This is calling for you to stay balanced even when you are presented with resistance or opposition during this time frame, right? Leo, pull on that inner Leo strength that you know that you have innately as being a Leo, okay? And let's see what the moon energy is to complement this, and then we will go ahead and get started. So Leo, the moon energy is your own moon. Nice. So confidence is key to your success. Leo, I love that your own energy is out in your own reading because that speaks volumes to the way that you're going to go about handling this situation this upcoming month. So very, very nice. Remember to keep your confidence, and there's a difference between confidence and ego. Okay, so don't get it twisted now. And if you're not sure of the difference, I guess look it up. But confidence is being proud of who you are, yet still being humble and still taking other people into consideration. Ego is boastful, only cares about self, and doesn't really take others into consideration. So there's a difference, right? I guess I should say overexpression of the ego would be that, right? So this is saying be confident, not egotistical. All right. So let's go into the energy. Leo, if you're not familiar with how this works, I'm going to pull cards on just you. The reading will be 100% focused on you for the first portion. Your past, present, future energy, and then for those of you who are interested, I'll go into the person or people you might be dealing with in the middle of the reading. So let's go ahead and get some cards out and see. I don't know why, but all of a sudden, right when I started your video, I'm hearing an echo in my ear and a ringing, and it's driving me nuts. And I've been doing this long enough to know that usually that signifies something. So we'll see what that's about when I get the cards out. But you could have like an internal, because you know what I'm seeing in my mind is a tuning fork. Do you know what a tuning fork is? If you're a medical student, you probably would know. It's a medical device, and when you hit the tuning fork, it makes a high vibrating sound, right? And it tickles your eardrum. Now, why in the world would I see that other than it's almost like your hearing is being tested? I could literally mean physically or tuning fork. Okay, I'll come back to it. So I think that to me, what that's a representation of is getting more in tune with your inner vibrations, okay? Some of you may need a hearing test. That's just a FYI. That's not medical advice. I'm just saying that popped into my head. If it doesn't resonate, it doesn't resonate. But it's like, be careful what you hear because that may not be what's actually going on, I guess. Like there might be other issues going on that you're picking up on an internal intuitive level, but other than your intuition pointing you towards it, you don't really have like full proof or like all the information you need just yet. So that's a really interesting message. Sorry, I don't usually start a reading like that. Let's get into it now. Recent past energy. The Emperor, the Seven of Wands, and the Four of Wands. So Leo, this is you in the past energy wanting to take control, you know, being a little bit guarded. And by a little bit, I mean a lot. You know, this is like really wanting to be in control of situations, of self or other people, kind of, I guess, protecting your decision making to some degree or another, or feeling like you need to. I think your focus may have been on family, home, or relationships in the recent past, and there's an issue here of like being a bit on edge, you know, as far as like where that stands or where you stand. Okay. I get a message here about being really prideful and someone feeling a little bit pushed out. Okay. So, or pushed away. So Leo, your messages are coming in fast. And so it's getting harder for me to trim them down. But I feel like in the past energy, Leo, you may have been put into situations where you felt like you needed to put yourself on guard or be a bit protective, or maybe where you felt like a little bit pushed away or pushed out. You know what I'm saying? I think that there is a sense of wanting to still try and be the one that's in control and disciplined, okay? But I'm not entirely sure that worked in your favor in the past energy, as it may have been related back to you in a way you didn't like. So let's go into the present energy, Leo. Knight of Pentacles. Three of Wands. So, Leo, going into the present energy, there's a slow to change here, but I feel like you're definitely turning your back. Okay, so I got the message earlier about feeling pushed out, and now I see you turning your back, waiting for your ships to come in, waiting for the world to change, this person to change. I have that song playing in my head, the world to change. Okay, during this time period, it's like some of you, you know, want to let bygones be bygones, or just kind of release this energy so that you can move forward. But I feel like there is still things to be dealt with, okay? There's still a lot of emotion here. There could be heartbreak that you or someone you're dealing with is kind of pushing to the side, is what I feel. I think that's why things are a little bit slow to change. We can't make substantial changes in our life when we're still carrying around things that we have yet to resolve, or emotions that are still penetrating us, okay? I think that whether it's the recent past or in the far past, you've definitely experienced heartache within relationships or family dynamics where you have felt like the way to stay on top of that is to be guarded at all times, or to be demanding, or be, you know, try to be the one in control, or you may attract partners like that, okay? So one or the other, and it's like in a way mirroring to you something inside of you that needs to be addressed, whether you fall on the balanced side or the opposition side, okay? So this is a much deeper look than I was anticipating. So let's go into the future. So Leo, you have the here now, the Eight of Swords. Oh no. Sorry, I had a bunch of cards fall out. So there's a bit of self-restriction here, okay? And that's not always a bad thing, right? We have to restrict ourselves at some point. It's called a responsibility. But at the same time, sometimes it can point to like not being able to see our own impact, or not being able to see the part that we play, whether intentionally or unintentionally, or you could be dealing with someone like that. I think that there's a lot of contemplation going on in March. Yeah. There's some deceit here. There's some confusion here. There is an issue with you seeing the truth. And or you could be confused about where, like, someone's emotions lie or your emotions lie. What is the Seven of Swords? Yeah, I feel like, Leo, there is a lot going on here. So what you don't see is Two of Cups, Ace of Wands, Two of Swords. You know, someone that you have a very strong connection with, probably felt very passionate about. This more than likely is an intimate partner, but it can be platonic, just someone you have a strong connection with, things in common with. There's some uncertainty here that's being covered up. Okay, there's some emotional confusion here that's not being shared, not being talked about. For some, you have another connection here that's not being talked about, or they do. I can't deny that the Three of Swords is here for some of you. And it may be really hard to either tell that truth or face that truth. What is the Three of Swords? The Nine of Swords in the reverse. So, Leo, I think that, you know, there's a situation here, Leo, that is a fresh wound. And it could be an old wound where the Band-Aid's being taken off during this time frame. And I know you don't want to hear that. And that could be you, or that could be someone you're dealing with. You know, something that you used to really keep you up at night, you know. Something that you still think about, something that still confuses you at times, and, you know, has you somewhat guarded with your heart. Okay, sometimes it stalls the movement forward, because I feel like that, yes, I knew it would come to me. It's like a ringing in your ears. It's like, where's the ringing coming from? You know what I'm saying? Like when you have something irritating, like your inner eardrum, or you're tingly, your spidey senses are going off and you feel it, you hear it, but you don't know the source. That's what's going on here. It's like, you know that there's something unseen or something that you are hiding. But at the same time, you know it's going to be either revealed or talked about. Or like your intuition is giving you a heads up. You know, usually when I get ringing in my ear, it's because someone is talking about me. You know? Or I'm doing a reading and I have a message coming through. But you like my everyday, day-to-day life, usually when I have a ringing in my ear, it's because someone's talking about me. So there could be gossip around this situation, most definitely. You know, not to make you paranoid or anything, but I just feel like, yeah, you know what's up. You know what's up. All right, so let's go into this person's energy. And see what they have going on. Okay. I'm sorry I don't have like work messages or love messages, but honestly, this dynamic could play out in either area of your life, or it could be with family or friends. All right, so let's see what this person is going through, and then we will get a little bit more information. So person you're dealing with is the Page of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, the Devil. This is their past energy, Leo. So I felt like this person was planting seeds within their home, within relationships. There could be a codependent vibe here, okay? So This person may feel like you're codependent on them, or vice versa. You may feel that way. Like there's a level of something about this connection that is not 100% equal, okay? This person may have felt bound to the situation, to the relationship, or to you, or they may have been dealing with some toxic issues themselves, you know, so like they're planting seeds maybe in work and in home and in relationships, but on the side they may have quite the dark side, or addictions, or things that they are trying to overcome, okay? Coming into the present energy, Ace of Swords, Page of Swords, Ace of Wands, Page of Swords, the Lovers. You know, I feel like Leo, this person, they don't trust, you know, they don't trust. They're really on guard. You know, they have made the decision to, I feel, come out of heartache. You know, they are presenting or being presented some new creative energies, or for some new options for some of you. It's almost like they're looking for their passion, that's for absolute sure. But at the same time, they are highly skeptical, highly analytical. You know, there may be lies going on within the situation. There may be gossip surrounding the situation. There could be some online stalking going on. Okay? This person in the future energy is Three of Swords, the Hanged Man, the Tower, and then the Five of Swords came out in reverse over the Hanged Man. So I feel like this person is still feeling past hurts, but they're in more of a place of healing over it. Okay, I do think that there's some surprising revelation that they're going to be coming to in March and April during this time frame, and it's going to make them drop their sword. They just don't want to fight anymore. You know, they want to be away from the nastiness, and I think that they're going to do whatever they need to do to break that energy up. Okay, so it's like this person may have allowed like codependent energy here in the past, or may have allowed things that weren't in their highest good in the past, but they have made the decision that they want to heal from that situation, and it's just like, boom, done, or like, boom, everything changes. As this person doesn't care if they win or lose, they just want the situation to stop. This is intense, and it's not going to be for all of you, but it's definitely for a good group of you. I want to know what the Page of Swords is. The Two of Pentacles. What's the Three of Swords in the reverse? And it could be that the revelation that they come to for some of you is that they're not going to win no matter what. You know, so it's like lose-lose situation, not worth fighting for anymore. You know, they have disrupted things enough that they finally come to the conclusion that being nasty isn't going to get their way. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if this person's being really nasty in the way that they go about things, or they have been in the past, they're going to come to that sudden realization that all that does is push the connection even further and further away. And this can be interchangeable. Leo, you could have been the one being like that. And if so, you'll come to the realization that you're not going to pull into you what you want by behaving that way, because the law of attraction and opposition is in play during this time frame, meaning that however you are being towards this connection is what you're going to receive in return. And that'll be very clear to you during this time period, whether it be good or bad. Same thing with this person. They're going to realize that as well. Okay. So it's like, you know, if there's deceit going on one side, then you can't expect the person you're with to be honest. You know, if there is, because they'll mirror it back to you, vice versa. if there is like nastiness or conflict or gossip going on one side, then it's going to mirror itself on the other side. So it's kind of the universe's way of keeping you in check, because it's like, well, it makes you responsible for your own actions, right? And the way to break that and make it work in your favor is to treat the situation how you want to be treated. So if you wanted to be treated with respect, then I'm not saying bow down to another person, but treat the situation as a respectful adult, as a mature adult, okay? And maybe this person won't react that way initially, but eventually, once they figure out that the only response they're going to get out of you is a mature adult, they will eventually come around to the fact that they then need to either approach as a mature adult or they won't be a part of your life. Do you see how that works? So you set the tone and the boundary of what you're going to allow in your life. And the tone is being set. And there's the fork reference again. The tone is being set here. Yes, that is it, Leo. That was the message. So you decide. Okay, so zodiac signs you could be dealing with during this time frame. I have Capricorn, Gemini, Scorpio. I have Aries. Could be dealing with another Leo. Could be Aquarius, Libra. Pisces, Cancer. Yes. So those are the predominant zodiac signs I have. But it can be any zodiac sign, guys, because it's a general reading, so take it as it resonates. If it did resonate, please do drop me a comment, give me a like, and subscribe. It's free. In addition to being able to subscribe for free, you can now become a private member by clicking on the blue join button for a nominal monthly fee. You can get additional videos you can't get anywhere else. Also, check out my other YouTube, my Instagram, and my Facebook. If you click on the little link beneath my video, it'll open the description box. You can click straight into all of them right from there. And as well as my merchandise, if you click on the hoodies beneath my video, you can check out my shop. Wishing you the best, Leo. Till next time. Namaste.